Hi friends, hope you are preparing very well for this paper called ISCA Information Systems Control and Audit. I found that most of the students who are preparing for this paper consider this as a tough paper. Actually not, this is an easy paper, and also I found in online that there are very less materials available for this subject. So I thought I could prepare few videos on basic and important concepts in ISCA, and these videos will not be like the normal one which you see in YouTube. And the videos which I am going to make are divided into three parts. First part is to have basic concepts. I will explain you all the basic concepts related to the topic. And second thing, I will tell you what are all the keywords which must be written to get marks. And unless you write these keywords, you will not get marks. These keywords has to be replicated as it is, how it is in the book. And to remember these keywords and this basic concepts, I will tell you a story or a pattern. This is a kind of memory technique which will help you to remember these keywords and basic concepts effectively, so that you can retrieve it during the exams. This will help you to memorize these things and get these things into long-term memory. Fine. We will start with the things which I have prepared as of now, and I have prepared few important concepts for this video, and I will explain those now. Okay, friends. The first chapter or first concept which I am going to cover is from Chapter 5, Acquisition, Development and Implementation of Information Systems. Here there is a thing called software development methodologies, and in almost every year one question comes from this. So I'm going to first cover this thing. What is software development methodology? How software development is done, and that there are few types of methodologies which we have to remember, and I will explain all those things now. Okay. So what is software development, and what are these methodologies about? Say if you are going to construct a house, what you will do, you will just go to an engineer and you will ask him, and you will tell him that what are all your requirements and how you want your house to be. You will tell that. It could be anything. It depends completely on you based on your requirements. First thing that the engineer will do, he will find out how much bricks are needed at the same time, and he will know how much sand is needed and how many cement bags are needed and how many labors are needed. All those things the civil engineer, he will evaluate, and based on that he will prepare a report for this bricks, how many bricks are needed, and the report for sand to be used, and where they are going to buy from, where they are going to get, and how much is needed. And the same goes for cement as well. For cement also they will prepare on the report, and for labor as well they will have how much salary has to be given, and from where they are coming, and how many people needed based on days, and for putting foundation how many labor are needed, and for putting other things how many labors are needed. Kind of report will be developed, and finally these reports will be discussed in their office with his head, right? Say with his manager, with his teammates, with an auditor in the team, and with that this report will be discussed, and whether this report is feasible, and they will approve this report, or they will make necessary changes in the report, and then they will test the report whether it is working good, it will work or not, and all those things will be done. Okay, then the testing will be done, and after this testing they will approve it. They will start building the building, and the building will be made. Once the building will be made, that will be the do's and don'ts in the building will be decided. What are the things that should be done inside the building and what should not be done, all those things will be made, and finally the keys will be given to the owner. And the owner, along with the owner, the engineer will also come and visit the house. and to make sure that they feel okay that the house is pakka. For that, the engineer will accompany the owners. So this is a process of building a house. Okay. Okay, friends, many of you might be wondering why I said this story. Okay, I will upload this paper along with this video. If you want, you just download it and make a printout of it. I will tell you why. See, this is what is given in your book. Okay, for system development methodologies, the first thing is it will be, after getting the requirements, it will be divided into many identifiable processes, which is small process. That is the first thing. You are first dividing what are all the identifiable processes. Second step, specific reports and documentations will be prepared, and that is what I have given in the second step: specific reports and documentations for each and every identifiable process. Third thing is users, managers, auditors, they will be participating in the project, and that is how we have made this page. See, all these people are participating. And fourth one is same, they will be testing the methodologies. And fifth one, the training plan will be developed, and formal program change control will be established, and the post implementation review will be developed. That is how we have given the fourth one, the testing phase, and the training plan, and formal program will be established, formal change control will be established. For that, I have drawn a key. The key denotes the control. And seventh one, final thing, post implementation review. That is what is the seventh step. So while reading, if you have this page, it will be very much useful for you to remember these things which are all written here. Okay, now we are going into the types. The first one is waterfall approach. See, all the models involve some of the basic steps. That is, requirement analysis is the first step, and second thing is planning, third thing is designing, fourth thing is coding, fifth thing is testing, and then implementation. So this is a step for every project. And most of the models, waterfall, spiral, agile, prototyping model, all those models, these steps are the common thing. The change occurs in the places, in kind of iterations. That is, in waterfall model, the iteration, that is, once it is done, you can't go back. I will explain you clearly every model one by one. The first thing is waterfall model. Waterfall, from the name itself, you can explain this concept, how the waterfall will be. The waterfall will be like this, it will be flowing. It doesn't look like waterfall, but still consider this is a waterfall. Okay, the water travels from here, and then it falls, and then it goes like this. Okay, for time being, this is our waterfall. Okay, so once the water from the point A reaches the point B, it can't come back. It is one way process. So this is what the waterfall model is about. See, here the first step is investigation, preliminary investigation. After getting the requirements will be investigated, and then the requirement analysis will be done. What are all the needed? See, if they are the same, we will take the same example. So we are going to build a building. So first, the investigation will be done, whether the land available is enough, where the customer requirements can be made, and requirement analysis is done. And they will analyze the requirement completely, and then they will form a preliminary design of the house, whether it is 2 BHK, 3 BHK kind of things. And then they will build the house. That is called development. And then they will test whether everything is okay, and they will implement and maintain the house. So this is a waterfall model approach. And here comes the important thing. Fine, this is most common in all those models, but the thing is, the keywords here are preliminary investigation, PI, requirement analysis, or A. Third one is system design, SD, and then system development, and then system testing, and then system implementation and maintenance. These words has to be exactly replicated in your paper. Preliminary investigation, requirement analysis, system design, system development, system testing, and system implementation and maintenance. And this diagram has to be exactly replicated in your paper for you to get good marks. And all those things you can easily write based on the things which I said, or if you read it, it is in very layman term, you can easily understand. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you memorize all these keywords. So how it can be done? So I'm going to tell you a story now. So it is a waterfall model. So consider this is the waterfall. So in waterfall, in forest, who will be there near that waterfall? So many ST people will be there, that is scheduled tribal people will be there. So this is how our story is starting. A girl is taking bath in this waterfall. Okay, since the flow of water is very fast, she lost her SIM card and two of her SD cards in the water. And since there, then she's shouting that she lost it. Somebody help me, like that she's shouting. And the people around who are ST people, they just came and see that girl has lost this SIM card and two SD cards. Since they are rapid swimmers, see, they are rapid swimmers. So what they are doing, they are swimming fast, and then they collected the SIM card and this two SD card and given back to this girl, and she is now happy. So this is our story. This is very simple story. You can easily remember. Initially the story might look hard, but going forward it will be very much easy. Just share the story with some of your friends. That girl is taking bath and she lost her SIM card and two SD cards. Since the ST people will be there near the waterfall and they are rapid swimmers, they just swam and they took this SIM card and SD card and gave it back to this girl. So how come this story will help us remember this keyword? Fine. First thing is, what are all the things which we can decode from it? So SD card, two SD cards she lost, SD, and one SIM card she lost, SIM, and there is lot of ST people around there, that is SIT. This is rapid, RAPID, rapid. Okay, so here our keywords are ready. This is system design, and this is system development, and this is system implementation and maintenance, and this is system testing, and this is requirement analysis, and this is primary investigation. Okay, so now we got all our keywords ready. By remembering this story, you can remember all these keywords, and if they ask waterfall model, the first thing which should come to your mind is this story. If the story comes, you will definitely write all these words, and this will definitely fetch you marks. That's it. And regarding other things which has been written here, say, you can now draw this picture with the story, with the help of our story. And other things, these are filler points which you can write directly from this diagram. If you draw this diagram exactly replicating each words, these things you can easily frame from this. So this should be enough to get you maximum marks. And regarding strength and weaknesses of this waterfall model, these I just read it, and these are very easy and anyone can understand. If you are not understanding it, just let me know in the comment box below. I will explain you strength and weakness and how to remember the strength and weakness also. And now we will see the next model, which is called prototyping model, which is here. Okay friends, the next model which we are going to see is called prototype model. First we will see what is the difference between waterfall model and prototype model. To be precise, waterfall model is like getting married to some person. Once get married, the partner can't be changed. But prototype model is like having girlfriend or boyfriend. If we think that this is not working out, and people will change simply. So I'm just kidding. I'm just telling this for an example. Don't take it very seriously. But this is a very good example to remember the difference between waterfall and prototype model. Okay, we will go with the previous example. In waterfall model, we will ask for building with our requirements, and the civil engineer will deliver it to us. Okay, and the customer who asked for this building don't like this building. He has no other option but to stay in it. But in prototype model, when the customer asks the requirement that he need a house, the civil engineer, what he will do is he will first build the house in wood, safer wood, and he will give it to the customer. And if the customer is not satisfied with this, and if he needs some other model, he will tell the civil engineer, no, I don't need this, I need a traditional house like this. And then again the civil engineer will build this house with plastic or wood and deliver it to the customer. And now the customer will go and check whether it is okay, and if he is okay with this, he will tell the engineer that okay fine, this is good and I need a house of this kind. And then the civil engineer will construct this house with concrete, and the final model will be delivered to the customer. So here the customer has the flexibility of changing the requirements often according to his needs and demand. So this is prototype model. So and this is the diagram given in your book, and you have to replicate this diagram while writing your answer. By looking at this diagram itself, you will know the prototype model, working of prototype model. It is like circle. Every time when the requirement changes, again the coding will be done, and then it will be delivered, and again requirement can change and it will be implemented. It will go in a cyclic way. And let's see what are all the keywords involved in this. Okay, the keywords involved here are, first one is identify information system requirements. Identify information system requirements. Second one, develop initial prototype. Third one, test and revise. And fourth one, obtain user sign off. As I said before, these are all the crucial keywords which you must replicate as it is in your exam paper. Only then you will fetch marks. And the things which you can write inside this, like see, these things are filler points which you can write by the initial definition of prototype which I have given. So but this headings has to be replicated as it is. So now let us go to the story, how to remember these keywords. Okay, so prototype, by hearing the word prototype, what comes in our mind is ISRO. ISRO is Indian Space Research Organization. What they do, they make rockets. So actually they use prototype model often just to check whether the rocket is working or not. Okay, so in ISRO, before sending rockets, they simply make multiple prototypes and check whether it is working, and only when they finalize it is completely working, they will send it, because it costs them more to send a rocket, as you know. Okay, so in our story prototype, the first word we should remember is ISRO. Prototype is related to ISRO. Okay, now a guy is working in an ISRO and he is making rockets, and suddenly what happened in his house was his pant which he used to wear, okay, his trousers, that fell into water. Okay, so this he's working, his trousers which is in his house fell into water, and he has only one trouser with him. So he has to make it, he has to dry it, only then he can wear and he can go to office. So he don't know what to do, and he found that on that day a rocket is being launched, okay, to moon or Mars, wherever. Okay, so what he did is he took the trouser and put it above the rocket, so that the rocket, once it reaches the outer atmosphere, it can directly get contact with the sun, and the trouser would get dry fast and it will fall. Okay, the story, I know the story is very bad, but still we have to remember stories of this kind. Okay, only then you will it will get registered in our mind. Okay, because no one is going to put their trouser in rocket to just to make it dry and they will take it to space. Okay, this kind of stupid stories will be very much useful. Okay, now the story is ready. There is a guy who is working in ISRO, and he has only one trousers, and that trouser fell into water, and to dry this trouser, he put that trouser in rocket and he is sending it to the outer space. Okay, so what we can decode from this, first thing, it is ISRO. Okay, this is the first keyword we can remember. Second one, the water, it got dipped into, the trouser got dipped into water. Third one is trousers, TROUS. Yeah, trouser. Okay, so TROUS. Okay, now you might wonder though how I will remember to divide it here. Okay, once you go through this, if you go through this video twice or thrice, or if you share the story and if you explain this to your friend, one or two of your friends, it will get into your memory. Okay, here ISRO becomes IISR. Okay, this is the only thing which you have to remember here. This is our keyword IISR, DIP, TROUS. From IISR, we can decode, identify information system requirements, develop initial prototype, test and revise, obtain user sign off. Okay, so these are the keywords which are very essential in prototype model. And see, in your book you have to replicate this diagram and along with this keyword which I explained. And if you write this keyword, that itself is enough, because inside this, I have explained you what is prototype model, so you can fill this filler points easily. So this thing you can derive from the story. And now the prototype model, if they ask prototype model, definitely if you write this you will get very good marks. And it has strength and weaknesses, and these are very common points and anyone can understand by reading it. And again, if you find it difficult and if you can't able to remember the strength and weakness, just let me know in the comment box. I will make another video for strength and weaknesses. Okay, the next model is incremental model. So I will explain you the incremental model now. Incremental model is also like a waterfall model, a consecutive waterfall model with an increment in each and every step gives the incremental model. That is the output. Say we are building a house and it has 2 floors, and the engineer has given you that house with 2 floors, and you are asking the engineer again that wait I will explain you with diagram, that will be easy. Okay, now the house has only 2 floors. This is your first set of requirements, and the engineer has given you the house. Okay, now you are going back to the engineer telling that you need 3 houses. In the second waterfall model, not 3 houses, 3 floors. He will construct one more floor above and he will give it to you. Okay, this is a kind of increment. And then the third time you are going that, and again you are telling you need one more floor, and then he is building another floor above. Okay, so now your building has 4 floors. So if you consider each building as a separate entity, each one is a waterfall model. Okay, but every waterfall model, it is something is incremented. Okay, it's to make it simple, I just incremented 1 floor. So this is if the requirement is like this, and they will go for incremental model. In everything the small increment will be there. Okay, so this is the diagram which is given in your book, and you have to exactly replicate this diagram in your exams. And the keywords in this model are requirement, design, implementation and unit, integration and system testing, operation. See, all the models will have these kind of words, let it be waterfall, prototype or incremental or in the coming as models. So everything will have same kind of things. It will easily make you confused. That is why I'm telling you a story. Relate every story with the particular model, and you will not forget this. Okay, now we will see what are all the keywords involved in it. First one is requirement, second one is design, third one is implementation, unit, and fourth one is integration, system testing, integration and system testing, and fifth one is operations. Okay, so these are the keywords you must remember for incremental model. So let us go for a story. So increment, while hearing this word increment, okay, what will come in your mind? Usually salaries will get incremented every year for most of the employees. So a guy who's working, or a girl who's working in a company, and her increment was very less in this year, for the year of 2017. So she don't know what to do. So she's joining an institute. Okay, institute to get herself equipped to get more increment next year for the year of 2018. Okay, in that institute, what they are asking her to do is they are giving her an iron rod in her hand. Okay, they are giving an iron rod and asking her to bend it. If you bend it, you will get equipped and you will get incremented. This is what they are teaching in this institute. And the girl tried to bend this rod and she bent it, and then she got increment in the next year. That's it. The story is very simple and stupid as usual. Okay, a girl needs an increment, so she's joining an institute. In that institute, they are giving her a rod, iron rod, and asking her to bend it, and she is bending it, and she got the increment. Okay, now comes the deduction part. What we can deduce from this story? First thing, incremental model. Yeah, we know it is an increment model. Second thing, it is rod. They are giving a rod in her hand. R-O-D, rod. And next thing is institute. Okay, INSTITUTE, institute. Okay, here it is bit complicated here. Okay, because I tried some other stories or concepts, but I could not find it something interesting, so or something relevant. So I'm using this. This is bit complicated. You must go through it. You should have some more story for this institute to get clarified. See, this is institute I have written like this, but you can't simply get which word, which letter you should write below. Okay, this is kind of ISTIU. This is for requirement, this is for operations, this is for design, this is for implementation and unit, this is integration system testing. Okay, these are the words you must remember, but definitely this is the toughest part. Okay, institute. Okay, institute, how I will how I will write this institute. It's like I sit on you. It's like that. ISIT on you. Institute, you have to write like this. You need practice. Just practice this 2-3 times and you will get used to it. Okay, some keywords will be complicated. Yes, we have to. Everything will not come easily. So if you find better way to remember this, you use your own technicals. Just stick to it. Institute, ISTIU. It's like I sit on you. Okay, now the keywords are ready, and please relay. Once you see this name increment, the story should come to your mind. In order to get the story on your mind, please share this story with your friends. Some 2-3 friends. It is more stupid. Okay, I know that it is very very stupid stories. It will get to your memories easily, and then these keywords will automatically come. Rod, institute. R is for requirement, design, implementation and unit, integration system design, and operations. So this is about incremental model. That's it. The incremental model also has strength and weaknesses. Those are very easy. You can easily read it, and I don't think you need video for that. And the next model we have is spiral model and agile model, and one more model is rapid application model. These three models are a bit complicated. Okay, I will cover it in the next video, and you just go through this. And because I have to prepare story for that, spiral model looks really complicated. Yeah, it will take some time for me. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching, and please put on the comment below whether you like it, and if you need any of the concepts to be prepared in this way, just put it in comment box, and if you don't like it, just leave it. Sorry for wasting your time at least for 10 minutes, and if it is useful, then it is fine. If you find it useful, then I will be happy. Okay guys, bye, see you.